Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the April 8th presentation portion of the Rensselaer County Legislature. We have 3 presentations tonight. I'm going to move things in order a bit. We're going to call up P 11125. This is a resolution recognizing Our Lady of Victory Church 3rd and 4th grade Pee Wee girls basketball team on an outstanding championship season. So I would ask our coaches from OLV to come up along with the players. And this is going to be a presentation by myself, Legislator Casal, and anybody else who wants to join us.
Everybody. Know how much I'm gonna get in.
Wow.
Stand outside. Nothing of it? Okay.
We met these girls earlier. They are a rowdy group, I must say, right? They were checking out. I think we've got some competition. They're all sitting up there up top, future legislators. So this is a resolution recognizing Our Lady of Victory Church 3rd and 4th grade Pee Wee girls basketball team on an outstanding championship season. Whereas the Rensselaer County Legislature is proud to recognize the achievements of young athletes who demonstrate dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship. The 24-25 Our Lady of Victory Church 3rd and 4th grade Pee Wee girls basketball team had a phenomenal season, capping off on Saturday, March 1st, with a victory that completed a perfect 20-0 season. Congratulations! That's huge! These young athletes, under the leadership of coaches Brian Eastman and Kyle Bergault, dedicated themselves to rigorous training and consistent hard work and practice since early November of '24, showcasing outstanding commitment and perseverance. And whereas the team had numerous highlights throughout their season, including an exciting victory over Cohoes on December 29, 2024, to win their own OLV holiday tournament, and their continued success into 2025 by triumphing in the prestigious 15th Annual Spring Classic Tournament hosted by Kinderhook, the largest invitation-only CYO tournament in the Capital Region. The team went undefeated in the Kinderhook tournament, securing 5 consecutive victories over the weekend of February 21st through the 23rd, culminating a hard-fought 33-26 championship win against a strong Saugerties team. The team consisted of 6 4th grade players. You want to raise your hand when I call your name. Anna Eastman, Charlotte Bergault, Mia Harrington, Miracle Moore, Olivia Hampton, and Bailey O'Brien. And then there were 5 3rd grade players, Ella LeMay, Mackenzie Engel, Maggie Skiff, Mia Ostrander, and Savannah Brady. These young athletes learned valuable lessons about hard work, determination, and teamwork, which led to their remarkable accomplishments on the court. The team was further supported by Dana Eastman and Christina Harrington, who were always ready to help with tasks like recording the team's stats and operating the scoreboard throughout the season. And for any parent who has a kid in basketball, you know how important that is, because people get angry if the scoreboard's not correct. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the Rensselaer County Legislature hereby recognizes and congratulates the Our Lady of Victory Church 3rd and 4th grade Pee Wee girls basketball team on an outstanding championship season, and commends the efforts of their coaches, players, support staff, and wishes them continued success in their future endeavors. And it is further resolved that copies of the resolution be transmitted to the coaches, players, and supporters and family members of OLV girls basketball team. I just want to say congratulations to the girls. That's quite an accomplishment, a winning season with no losses. That's almost unheard of. So I want to say congrats to the girls, but also to the family and friends that are here. I know it's exciting to go to the games and support them. So congrats to you as well. I know there's a lot of time and effort that goes into this. So who knows where it'll lead when you go into middle school and high school and college. Hopefully a couple of you will stay with it. So I'd like to invite any of the coaches to come up and say a couple words. Come on, you're not at a loss for that.
Oh, somebody got here. Yeah. No problem. Okay.
I'm going to stall in just enough time. So first off, I want to thank you to the Rensselaer County Legislature for acknowledging the perfect 20-0 season. I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, I coached my older kids in basketball when they were younger, and it was certainly a pleasure for me to coach my younger daughter in her second season playing and coach all these girls. And I'm very blessed to have been a part of your perfect 20-0 season. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of your season. Thank you very much, Brian.
Yeah, I'd like to start by saying thank you to the legislator for Kelly. Honestly, I think there's probably, Steve was in here, he fixed the sign, and then the girls came up and got on and started and Harry turned on the microphone for him too. So they had a blast. I think all the parents got pictures. So yes, thank you. Honestly, it means a lot. I said to the girls driving here and to my own daughter, I said, you don't really get, I mean, I've coached college, high school, you don't get seasons like this. And to experience it as a group and, you know, and to be able to do it with Kyle, who I consider a friend, and now we're kind of in this coaching journey together. It's been a blast. To the parents, thank you. I mean, I know every couple nights a week, and then every Saturday, and then Sundays, it's grueling, and the girls were phenomenal. And I said that numerous times. Thank you, girls, for letting myself be part of this. It was special. It really was, and it's something that I know, you know, when you see that banner at OLV and your names are on there, and you know, you walk in there and see that, you know, in 10, 15, 20 years. I think, Dan, you walked in and said, I coached my kids there, right? Yeah. I mean, it's special, and you're gonna see that, and hopefully, you know, it's something that you'll remember forever. So, Kelly, legislators, thank you. Thank you.
Brian and Kyle, thanks for being great coaches. I know Brian's been around a long time coaching, and Kyle is just starting to coach. But I belong to a few parishes, and one of them is a Lady of Victory. So I just want to thank you girls for making us all proud. Thank you.
He's pretty impressive, too. I said to him, he's really in the office. Did you ever kill me?
Take that flag to the ground and points.
Love you, brother. Takes the post no matter where he
I
goes.
love you too. I ain't done one to 3 churches up there. What's the matter,
Coach?
All right, standing ovation for the girls' team. Nice job, ladies. You're welcome. Okay, our next presentation is P 10925. This is a resolution commending the Rensselaer Varsity Wrestling head coach Mike Quinn upon receiving the Jeff Blatnick Inspiration Award. And this is a presentation by Legislator Rogers. And anyone else who would like to join us up front, I'd like to invite head coach Mike Quinn to come on up front.
Good evening. This is a resolution commending Rensselaer High School varsity wrestling head coach Mike Quinn upon receiving the Jeff Blatnick Inspiration Award. Whereas it is customary of the legislative body to recognize and pay tribute to those singular individuals who devote their lives and careers to preserving the rights and attending to the well-being of the individuals in need throughout Rensselaer County. And whereas attendant to such concern and fully in accord with our longstanding tradition, it is in the intent of the Rensselaer County Legislature to convey its compliments and congratulations to Coach Mike Quinn upon receiving the Jeff Blatnick Award. And whereas Rensselaer High School varsity wrestling head coach Mike Quinn has been a coach in the Rensselaer City School District for over 20 years. And whereas a good coach has passion and can identify individual strengths, weaknesses, motivating the athletes to reach their personal best and inspire them as a team to set clear goals and competitively strive to meet those goals. And whereas this year, Coach Quinn has been selected to receive the Jeff Blatnick Inspiration Award. And whereas Jeff Blatnick was a 3-time All-American at Springfield College, a 2-time Olympic team champion, and an Olympic gold medalist in Greco wrestling. He was sports commentator and a UFC commissioner. And Jeff Blatnick Inspiration Award was established in 2015 when he was posthumously inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame Contributors Wing. And whereas the award is presented to a student or coach in Section 2 who has gone above and beyond, helped others, served as an inspiration, displayed outstanding sportsmanship, and whereas Coach Quinn's unwavering dedication, selflessness, passion has left a lasting impact on countless athletes and students. His influences reach as far beyond the wrestling mat and in the weight rooms, shaping the lives and inspiring excellence. Now, whereas it be resolved that in accordance with the tradition of this legislative body, to recognize those individuals whose superior achievements have contributed to the vitality of the community and the future of our youth, where we hereby commend Rensselaer High School varsity head coach Mike Quinn, and that the clerk of the legislator is hereby directed to transmit a copy of the resolution suitably engrossed to Rensselaer High School varsity head coach Mike Quinn. I had boys that attended Rensselaer High School. They didn't have you as a coach, you know, Brendan, Garrett, and Justin. And I reached out to some of the kids that you coached. Harry Plew. Harry Plew said that you're an amazing man. He said you coached his daughter. I reached out to somebody I knew, the young Kretschmeyer boy, had a lot to say. And my son's Garrett sent me this, so I thought it was appropriate to read. Coach Quinn is a man of dedication and passion, whether it's in the classroom or on the wrestling mat. As a former athlete at Rensselaer Middle High School, I never played for Coach Quinn, but he always embraced me as if I was a part of the team, whether it was conditioning for baseball, by running up and down the stairs or all through the hallways, trailing behind all the wrestlers, or lifting weights in the weight room. Coach Quinn was always there encouraging and supporting Rensselaer student athletes. Rensselaer is lucky to have an incredible educator, coach, and man.
I just got to talk. Mike's my brother. Not really, but I call him my brother. He grew up in Lansingburg. I grew up with him. He wrestled in Lansingburg. He was a hell of a wrestler. His father was a mentor to a lot of people. His father coached wrestling, power lifter. I don't know if you were a power lifter too. Olympic style. The guy's a great athlete, and he's a great friend of mine. He lives in Brunswick now. Thanks for coming to Brunswick. Got a beautiful wife who became a citizen 3-4 years ago. I was right with him the whole step. So I just want to say, congratulations, brother.
Mike, Mayor wants to say something.
Obviously, you're a beginner. We got to get you up here more often. That's for sure. There's not much more I can say. You know, as being mayor of the city of Rensselaer and knowing Mike as long as I have had, and having kids go through the high school as well, and coaching that I did down in the city of Rensselaer, there's nobody that they respect and admire more. Not only because of his leadership and ability to teach the kids what they need to know, not only to help them through their wrestling way of doing life, but also life itself. He's always been a mentor, somebody that the children could always talk to and confide in. And for that, you know, I can't say much more about Mike that already hasn't been said. But Mike, you're just a diplomat for our city by not only your experiences of your own, but the kids that have come after you that have known more, know more and feel more about what needs to be done to be good people, whether they're wrestling or just part of society. And I thank you for that very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Kane, you going? Well, you know you're getting old when one of your former wrestlers says you're coaching their daughter now. That's been a while. I just want to thank Superintendent Joe Kardash for being here, and Principal Don Pinello, of course, my wife, Kane, Kenesha, we call her Kane, and Mike and Dan. Thanks for being friends over the years. The award meant a lot. I'm going to keep it. Thank you very much.
Mike, this guy knows.
You know what's funny?
I get a pile of other things that I get so much mail. Another wrestler. Yes. I mean, you were a That's how I was. It's more nice on I can't change. It's my yours, obviously. So Mary McDonough, you said you placed it.
It was good. That's good. Don't get bigger later. It's a better question to ask. Appreciate that. Lord.
Yeah. It's a donation thing. Mary is, I know 5 generations of her friends with Oh, Tony, yeah, was she married?
Okay, and our last presentation is P 11025. This is a resolution commending Isabella Sadalino upon her first place finish at the New York State Girls Wrestling State Championship. And this is a presentation by legislators Grant, Hoffman, Bailey, and Fiacco. And I'd invite Isabella to come up front.
Okay, resolution commending Isabella Sadalino. Oh, sorry, Ken, I'll wait until you're all done, sorry. Sorry to hold you up. Ken, sorry to hold you up. Resolution commending Isabella Sadalino upon her first place finish at the New York State Girls Wrestling State Championship. Whereas, cognizant of the hard work and steadfast commitment by some of the exceptional youth in our county to excel in competitive sports, it is consistent with the duty of this legislative body to recognize their achievements. And whereas, high school wrestling builds and strengthens self-reliance, mental toughness, competitive spirit, self-discipline, and develops diet and nutrition goals through the process of making weight, preparing student athletes for future life goals. And whereas, wrestling is a demanding sport that requires not only physical abilities, but also requires the athlete to think quickly and problem solve. And whereas, Bella Sadalino is a junior student athlete at Columbia High School. And whereas, Bella began wrestling in 6th grade after first getting involved with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Did I pronounce that right? Oh, good. And winning first place. Bella finished 3rd in the first New York State Girls Invitational in 2023, and last year as a sophomore, Bella finished 2nd place in the 126-pound weight class, ending the season 33-3 with 26 pins. And whereas this year, Bella completed an undefeated season, during which she won all 4 of her tournament matches in the 138-pound weight class, finishing the season with a 42-0 record. It's incredible, my gosh. Her season accomplishments also include winning both the Section 2 championship and the first New York State Wrestling Championship in her weight class. That deserves another round of applause, I think. And whereas Bella is the first wrestler, boy or girl, in school history to finish the season undefeated. And there have been some very strong wrestlers at Columbia High School over the years, so congratulations. Whereas Bella is also the first Columbia female wrestler to achieve 100 career wins, reaching this goal during the championship match of the Section 2 tournament. And you can't imagine the pressure that must have been going on there. You've got that and the 100th win at the same time. Now, therefore, be it resolved that this legislative body pause in its deliberations and most joyously commends Bella Sadolino on her first place finish at the New York State Girls Wrestling State Championship and wish her the best of luck in all future endeavors, and be it further resolved that the clerk of the legislature is hereby directed to transmit a copy of this resolution suitably engrossed to Bella Sadolino. Congratulations, Bella. Thank you. Anybody else want to say anything? Okay. You sure? Okay. Neither of the rest of us.
Okay, that concludes the presentation portion of our meeting. Okay. It is 6:11. I'd like to call the April 8th, 2025 regular meeting of the Rensselaer County Legislature to order. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Bailey?
Here.
Mr. Cassell?
Here.
Mr. Choquette?
Here.
Mr. Fiacco?
Here.
Mr. Fleming?
Here.
Mr. Gillespie?
Here.
Mr. Genrin?
Here.
Mr. Grant?
Present.
Mr. Grimm?
Here.
Mr. Harrington? Mr. Leverage?
Here.
Mr. Maloney?
Here.
Ms. Nichols?
Here.
Mr. Patiri?
Here.
Mr. Rogers?
Here.
Ms. Weaver?
Here.
Mr. Wysocki?
Here.
Mr. Zaluski?
Here.
Chairwoman Hoffman?
Here.
There are 18 present and 1 absent.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Before I ask Mr. Grant to do the invocation, past couple of weeks have been difficult here in the legislature. One of our colleagues, Legislator Harrington, lost his son very suddenly and tragically. Anybody who knew Jason or was at the services certainly appreciated the amount of love and support that was there during those difficult times. So I would just ask, please, for a moment of silence in memory of Jason, and also our prayers with Ken and his family tonight. Thank you very much. Invocation, Mr. Grant.
Gracious God, we gather tonight seeking your guidance and wisdom as we begin this meeting. We thank you for the promise of spring and the hope of new beginnings. Unite our hearts and guide our conversations with patience and understanding. Amen.
Amen. Pledge of Allegiance, Mr. Grimm.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Chairwoman,
Mr. Bailey?
I'd like to move that we dispense of the reading of the minutes of the regular meeting of March 11th, 2025, and approve the minutes as printed.
We have a second? Mr. Leverage, second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? So moved. Presentation of petitions.
On file?
Presentation of communications.
On file?
Reports of commissions.
On file?
Departmental reports.
On file?
Reports of standing committees.
On file?
Local laws.
There are none tonight.
G, 11625.
G 11625, resolution authorizing agreements to provide personal care services under the expanded in-home services for the elderly program, Unified Family Services Department of Aging, introduced by legislators Choquette, Fiaco, and Gillespie.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G, 11725.
G 11725, resolution authorizing an agreement with Aspire USA LLC, Valsoft Corporation for emergency public notification software, Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and Weaver.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G, 11825.
G 11825, resolution authorizing the purchase of New York State Mets tickets for Veterans Event, Unified Family Services, Veteran Services Agency, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and Weaver.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G, 11925.
G 11925, resolution authorizing the purchase of X-ray body scanner, extended warranty, Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and Weaver.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G, 12025.
G 12025, resolution authorizing agreements for employment and training services for low-income youth, Department of Employment and Training, introduced by legislators Wysocki, Battieri, and Zaluski.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G, 12125.
G 12125, resolution authorizing an agreement with Motorola Solutions for the purchase of 3 radio consoles and tower security and monitoring upgrades, creation of a capital account, and amending the 2025 Rensselaer County adopted budget, Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G, 12225.
G 12225, resolution authorizing the Rensselaer County Executive to enter into a memorandum of understanding with Hudson Valley Community College for legal support services, County Attorney, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Casal, Jenner, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G, 12325.
G 12325, resolution authorizing payment to resolve pending litigation, County Attorney, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G, 12425.
G 12425, resolution authorizing acceptance of funding from the New York State Office of Addiction Services and Supports, amending the 2025 Rensselaer County adopted budget and authorizing an agreement with the Addiction Center of Albany, Inc., Department of Mental Health, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G, 12525.
G 12525, resolution authorizing the Rensselaer County Executive to enter into a memorandum of understanding with Hudson Valley Community College for financial support services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Casal, Jenner, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G, 12625.
G 12625, resolution authorizing acceptance of a grant award from the New York State Department of Health for the Drinking Water Enhancement Grant Program and amending the 2025 Rensselaer County adopted budget, Department of Health, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Jenner, Rogers, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G, 12725.
G 12725, resolution authorizing an agreement with the Attentive Care for Personal Care Services and amending an agreement with Daughters for Hire, the National Family Caregiver Support Program, NFCSP, Unified Family Services, Department of Aging, introduced by legislators Choquette, Fiaco, and Gillespie.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G, 12825.
G 12825, resolution authorizing an extension of an increased evening shift differential for certain nursing staff, Van Rensselaer Manor, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 12925.
G 12925, resolution authorizing acceptance of a grant from the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services for the State Law Enforcement Terrorism Prevention Program and amending the 2025 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget, Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 13025.
G 13025, resolution amending the 2025 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget, Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 13125.
G 13125, resolution amending the 2024, 2025, and 2025 Rensselaer County Adopted Budgets, Public Defender, Conflict Defender, and Assigned Counsel, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 13225.
G 13225, resolution authorizing the purchase and installation of handicap door operators along with the necessary electrical work at 99 Troy Road Facility Buildings Department, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 13325.
G 13325, resolution amending an agreement with R.M. Bacon LLC Buildings Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 13425.
G 13425, resolution authorizing purchase of hot mix asphalt products in trucking, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes, 1 abstention, Mr. Cassell.
So moved. G 13525.
G 13525, resolution authorizing purchase of conventional asphalt paving, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes, 1 abstention, Mr. Cassell.
So moved. G 13625.
G 13625, resolution authorizing purchase of cold milling, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes, 1 abstention, Mr. Cassell.
So moved. G 13725.
G 13725, resolution authorizing the purchase of 1 vehicle, District Attorney, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 13825.
G 13825, resolution authorizing the approval of 5-year successor agreement with the Hudson Valley Community College Non-Teaching Professional Organization, NTPO, for the term September 1st, 2025 through August 31st, 2030, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Casale, Generin, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 13925.
G 13925, resolution authorizing the approval of a 4-year successor agreement with Hudson Valley Community College Chairpersons Association for the term September 1st, 2025 through August 31st, 2029, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Casale, Generin, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14025.
G 14025, resolution appointing a member to the Rensselaer County Community Services Board, Mental Health, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14125.
G 14125, resolution authorizing the purchase of real property and improvements and equipment thereon, Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14225.
G 14225, resolution authorizing the purchase of furniture for the Edward Swartz Senior Center and Skodak Unified Family Services Department of Aging, introduced by legislators Choquette, Fiacco, and Gillespie.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14325.
G 14325, resolution approving memorandum of agreement with United Public Services Employees Union regarding Highway Department positions, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14425.
G 14425, resolution amending the 2025 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget, Department of Health, introduced by legislators Generin, Rogers, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14525.
G 14525, resolution classifying action to undertake certain projects as type 2 action, not subject to seeker review, Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14625.
G 14625, resolution of the County of Rensselaer, New York, authorizing the The amendment of an energy performance contract with Siemens Industry, Inc. for improvements at the 116 Pine Woods Ave property, together with lease purchase agreements with Siemens Public, Inc. relating thereto, Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14725.
G 14725, resolution authorizing the sale of county property, Bureau of Finance, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm. This is a roll call vote.
Yes.
Mr. Bailey? Mr. Cassell? Mr. Choquette?
Yes.
Mr. Fiacco?
Aye.
Mr. Fleming?
Yes.
Mr. Gillespie?
Yes.
Mr. Genren?
Yes.
Mr. Grant?
Aye.
Mr. Grimm?
Yes.
Mr. Harrington is not here. Mr. Leverage?
Yes.
Mr. Maloney?
Aye.
Ms. Nichols?
Yes.
Mr. Patiri?
Yes.
Mr. Rogers?
Yes.
Ms. Weaver?
Yes.
Mr. Wysocki?
Yes.
Mr. Zaluski?
Aye.
Chairwoman Hoffman?
Aye.
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14825.
G 14825, resolution classifying action to undertake a project subject to seeker type 2, not subject to seeker review, sewer district, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14925.
G 14925, resolution authorizing an amended and reinstated energy performance contract with Siemens Industry, Inc. and lease purchase agreement with Siemens Public, Inc. for the improvements at the Rensselaer County Sewer District Number 1, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 15025.
G 15025, resolution amending G 54924, resolution authorizing the Rensselaer County Sewer District Piping Project, Sewer District Number 1, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 15125.
G 15125, resolution transferring 2024 legislative budget balances to be designated for the Rensselaer County Tax Stabilization Fund, Rensselaer County Legislature, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 15225.
P 15225, resolution proclaiming May 4th through the 10th, 2025 as Correctional Officer Week in Rensselaer County, introduced by legislators Rogers, Grant, Maloney, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 15325.
P 15325, resolution recognizing April 25th, 2025 as Arbor Day, introduced by legislators Cassell, Choquette, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 15425.
P 15425, resolution recognizing May 17th, 2025 as Armed Forces Day, introduced by legislators Harrington, Cassell, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 15525.
P 15525, resolution recognizing May 2025 as National Military Appreciation Month, introduced by legislators Harrington, Cassell, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 15625.
P 15625, resolution recognizing May 23rd, 2025 as National Poppy Day, introduced by legislators Harrington, Cassell, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 15725.
P 15725, resolution honoring Silver Star Banner Day in Rensselaer County, introduced by legislators Harrington, Cassell, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 15825.
P 15825, resolution recognizing April 30th, 2025 as National Therapy Animal Day, introduced by legislators Patiri, Wysocki, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 15925.
P 15925, resolution recognizing Thursday, May 1st, 2025 as a National Day of Prayer, introduced by legislators Grant and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 16025.
P 16025, resolution recognizing May 4th through the 10th, 2025 as Children's Mental Health Acceptance Week, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 16125.
P 16125, resolution recognizing May 2025 as Mental Health Month, introduced by legislators Grant Leverage and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 16225.
P 16225, resolution commending Rensselaer County nurses on the celebration of Nurses Week, May 6th through the 12th, 2025, introduced by legislators Generin, Rogers, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 16325.
P 16325, resolution recognizing May 11th through the 17th, 2025 as National Skilled Nursing Care Week, introduced by legislators Grant Leverage and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 16425.
P 16425, resolution recognizing May 11th through the 17th, 2025 as Economic Development Week in Rensselaer County, introduced by legislators Choquette, Generin, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 16525.
P 16525, resolution recognizing April 22nd, 2025 as Earth Day in Rensselaer County, introduced by legislators Grimm, Nichols, Fleming, Goluski, Weaver, and Zalewski, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 16625.
P 16625, resolution commending the Center on Economic Development upon the occasion of their 60th anniversary, introduced by legislators Grimm, Fleming, Cassell, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 16725.
P 16725, resolution commending Christian Jerome upon his 2025 New York State Public High School Athletic Association Championship in the 100-meter butterfly, introduced by legislators Cassell, Patiri, Wysocki, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 16825.
P 16825, resolution honoring Sacred Heart School upon its 98 years of service to our community, introduced by legislators Grimm, Nichols, Fleming, Goluski, Weaver, and Zalewski.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 16925.
P 16925, resolution commending firefighter David L. Tuftegard for his dedication and 50 years of service to the residents of Rensselaer County, introduced by legislators Leverage, Choquette, Generin, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 17025.
P 17025, resolution urging the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation to continue and expand testing for PFAS contamination in eastern Rensselaer County, introduced by legislators Patiri, Wysocki, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 17125.
P 17125, resolution urging Governor Kathy Hochul to oppose the HEAT Act, introduced by legislators Patiri, Wysocki, Hoffman, Leverage, Bailey, Harrington, Cassell, Choquette, Fiacco, Generin, Grant, Maloney, and Rogers.
All those in favor? Yes, Mr. Zalewski?
Thank you. So I'm guessing that all of us here have been receiving a lot of emails over the last few weeks from Rensselaer County residents urging us to oppose the HEAT Act and therefore support this legislation. Each of the emails that I've received, probably about 30, maybe 40 of them. They're all the same exact email. Means they're being generated from a website. And if anyone actually researched where those emails are coming from, they're coming from a group called New Yorkers for Affordable Energy, which sounds like a great thing. We all want affordable energy. The group is actually a corporate front group for the energy lobby for various utility companies, including National Grid, Con Ed, et cetera, et cetera. So they obviously have their own view on this legislation. The legislation itself is meant to actually keep ratepayer costs down. So it's really interesting that the New Yorkers for Affordable Energy are saying, well, the HEAT Act, the New York HEAT Act is going to make costs go up and therefore we should oppose it, when the actual act has language right in it that says your utility rates will be capped at 6% of your income, which helps folks, especially, I mean, we represent the city of Troy where we have a lot of low and middle income families, and this legislation helps them. There's no question that it will help our ratepayers. The HEAT Act also eliminates the 100-foot rule, which mandates connections, pipeline connection, gas connections to, if you live within 100 feet of one. However, what they don't tell you is that we, the ratepayers, we all pay for that. It's not free. We pay to add more people to the system. It's not in keeping with the Climate Leadership Act that was passed by the legislature, which is telling us all that we've got to try and wean ourselves off of fossil fuels and move to renewable energy. It's not gonna happen overnight. I know we've been talking about this for many, many years, but we've gotta move in that direction. We've gotta try and make moves in that direction. And finally, recent Siena poll came out, 58% of New Yorkers support the HEAT Act. That's certainly more than a majority. It's most New Yorkers support this legislation to cap rates. We all know that the rates are out of control. Like the National Grid's been raising their rates. I'm sure the other utility companies are doing so. So this is, to me, this is a good thing. Like I understand that National Grid may feel like they're gonna lose potential jobs, union and non-union together. But overall, we've got to move forward with this. So I can't vote to oppose the HEAT Act when I think the HEAT Act is actually is doing a good thing. And I know it's passed the Senate already and it's being held up in the Assembly. I anticipate though that it will pass, and I can't support opposing it. So I'm gonna be voting no.
Okay, thank you. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
12 ayes, 6 noes.
Okay, so moved. 17225. P 17225.
P 17225, resolution in memoriam of Henry Joseph Rivette, introduced by legislators Grant, Hoffman, Bailey, Fiaco, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 17325.
P 17325, resolution in memoriam of Rensselaer County legislator Kelly T. Sandvidge Jr., introduced by Chairwoman Hoffman and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. And that's it. Legislator privilege. Mr. Maloney. I have a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second? Mr. Leveridge? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned. Have a safe night, everybody. Thank you.